Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're keeping well. We'll start our last lesson. This lesson is all about assignment discussion. As you know me, my name is Anjum Sattar. Please, if you have any question, drop me an email, anjum@dukeuniversity.co.uk, and I will send you the handout on the WhatsApp. I send you a couple of activity sheets, please, if you want to enhance your understanding in different taxation area like capital gain tax, inherent tax, any activity if you like to pick and include in your assessment, please you can as well, and we'll go through. Okay, so our assignment brief is given as on our Moodle page. So let's I'll open first and we'll start. You can log in on Moodle. Be 1 minute. Sorry, I'm just trying to locate one thing, and I will give you in just 2 more minutes, and then we'll start. Okay, welcome. Let's start. Okay, sure. I will send you all the lecture recording, yes, later on, and we'll start. Okay, so welcome. Uh, okay, so we already had few lessons last 4 weeks, and we learn about and different taxation elements here. So this week is about assignment discussion, and I'll go through. Some reason I can't open the assignment brief, but I'll go through from here. Okay, welcome. Okay, thanks for joining. Okay, let's see. So hope so you can see this document, which is a Word document, and we'll go through uh, how we can address all the learning outcomes. So please, always when you prepare your assignment, first page is your assignment cover page, and please, you can create. I'll send you this template as well. So we are doing the unit which is the UK taxation for business and individual, and you can write down your name, student numbers, and then please, the second page is always good to be. We have the table of content that help you to structure properly things. So we have three tasks: task one, task two, and task three as per assignment brief. So please, you can access assignment brief as given on our Moodle page. Unfortunately, I can't log in at the moment. Some issues with. Okay, so I copied everything here, which we'll go through, and I go through in a minute video how we can address. Okay, so please, we have the unit content which we learned during our lessons. If you want to structure your assignment like this, you can as well, as we can go through. Okay, so if you look please here, during our last 4 lessons, the week 1, we learn about understand the advanced aspect of the UK taxation. We have 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. That's the assessment criteria. So what we can do, we can say 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and we can write the answers for these. So each lecture is according to 1.1 assessment criteria, 1.2, 1. So technically you have the answers all in your lectures, and then you have 2. M1, which is the merit criteria and distinction criteria. So what we did, we put everything according to the assignment brief. You've been given the task, and we included the task in here. Okay, as we look in this guidance document. Okay, so the task 1, please, you've been given as assignment brief. Can you see all? Yes. Can you hear me okay? Please, okay, thank you. So you will see the task 1 is about, you have to address these learning outcomes, and it will take you back to the task 1. So you prepare the booklet, distribute to all new clients entitled UK taxation system. For the calculation, you should show your working and explain, how you have prepared the final figures. So first is analyze the income and income tax liability relating to the overseas aspect. So please, we can say tax planning is illegal, which we can. So we can discuss about advice to the client as per Finance Act. So we can refer Finance Act 20, and I'll send you the sample assignments, later on in your mailbox as well on the WhatsApp group. So which we can look at as well, which we'll go through in a minute. Okay, so please, that's is quite good. Then the second we have is explain the application law, exemption and relief, which we can pick the examples from lesson 1 lecture slides as well, and plus I send you a lot of examples on reliefs, and I gave you the booklet, which is a Kaplan, BPP, and Osborne. Please, those are quite good. And other than that, I gave you the ACCA link. Okay, in lies the chargeable gain. I gave you the separate handouts today. I send you in your mailbox. So any example which we can look around the capital gain tax, and explain the application of inherent tax. We can explain what is meant by inherent tax, the limit of inherent tax, connected person, and when we enter these, will meet the criteria. Assess the application of the corporation tax liability related to the overseas. So we can include, here examples which we go through further in a minute. Okay, evaluate the use of VAT tax, so we know different VAT schemes. If you want to discuss it, that will help you to address the criteria. So please, thus we need to be LO1 is consist of, and that's we have all in the task one. So you've been given the guidance here according to the assignment brief, which we can snip it and we include it here for the guidance document. The learners are required to prepare the booklet and distribute to all clients. So it's this booklet, we just explaining. So first is we looking 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, 1.5, and 1.6. So you on seeing these, assessment criteria that will meet, our task one in the booklet, which is, and if you want to work, always good to be. So the learner must, evaluate the income and expenditure liabilities in relation to the trust or practical example. Any example you including which we can include here, that's will meet the merit criteria. So which we'll go through in a minute, and that's please we need to be, and we include it. If you want, please you can reference according to the HMRC Finance Act 2023. We're using 2024, so you can reference as well. So when we'll answer these, it means we'll meet the criteria LO1. So if you go back to LO1, if you're struggling, what things should be included. So go in the unit specification, which we already had the indicative content. If you're explaining these, the key terms in your task one, yes, which is in your booklet, that's you meeting the criteria. So like you're discussing the VAT schemes, you're discussing about corporation tax, which is the elements and which we have. So you have to open the lecture one slide that will help you. Please plus focus on these indicative contents which we address. Okay, so let me give you the sample assignment in 1 minute to show you that also help you. Okay, I'll send you this soon in your mailbox. So let's go back to, we'll look the task 2 first. And then can you see all? Okay. So welcome. Thank those who just joined now. So task 2, please, you have to going to read the business breakfast workshop. You're going to lead the the business breakfast workshop is about the taxation, and these are the bullet points if you look in the assignment brief, please, you've been given LO2. This task 2 is based on LO2 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. So if you addressing these as in LO4, which is mean lesson 4, lecture 4 slide, and the lecture 2 slide. So that's which we need to be, and these are the bullet points which we need to address. So task 2 is based on LO2, learning outcome 2. So what we can do, we can open the lesson lecture slide 2, and then we included what you're supposed to do. So we have 2.1, 2.2, and 2.3, which we look in a minute. And that's we have. So task 2 is based on this, and I'll share with you the slides. Can I share with you on our chat box? Yes, just 1 second. Yes, I'll send you all the lectures. Just I'm sharing with you the slides first. The lecture slides. Huh? Okay, I'm sending you all the lecture slides first, so we can refer across it. And I'll share with you. Okay, do you have access on Moodle? Some reason my Moodle is not working at the moment. If you log in on your end, and you will find their sample assignment. Can you check, do you have access on a sample assignments as well? Anyone, please, if you log in on Moodle? Okay. Otherwise, I'll send you later on. Can you see in your chat box, please? I send you lecture 1 to lecture 4 slides. Can you find? Okay, so please check those, and we will go through the task 2 first, and I'll refer back to you lecture 2 slides. Okay, so our task 2, you need to answer 2.1. So if you go scroll down, and you will see here all the rates you've been given in the lecture slide, whichever finance sector you like to pick. So this is your 2.1. So when you're looking 2.1, you can pick any situation, apply the taxes to the given situation. So it can be any question, any situation which you can include the figures. You can pick from this, or you can pick, which I send you plenty of examples today in your WhatsApp group. On your WhatsApp group, you will see these, please. So like for the year 2021, so we can, if you want, doesn't matter, is 2024 5. Joe had the salary 46,500 and saving income and the dividend income is this, and during the years paid this tax, and you have to calculate. So when you answering this, you've been given here, and I already gave you the ACCA link, more updated examples as well. So that's which we can, if we include this, that will meet the criteria of 2.1. So in task 2, that's meet the criteria to. It's not mean you include this example. You can include any example. Advantages and disadvantages of the given course of action. So you can pick any example, like tax planning purposes. Like in this one, we've been given the donor and Teresa's case, and husband and wife. And if we transfer the saving incomes on the lower taxpayers, that will help to save things. That's quite good. So which we can include. When you're going 2.3, so you go 2.3, open 2.3 here. Yeah, then 2.4, that's you all you've been given. So I'll take you back to. Okay, guys, so I'll quickly show you in 1 minute. Yes, sorry, it's a video background. So if you give me 1 minute. Okay, so we can look around, this one, please. If you go back to the task two, so task two is consist of 2.1, 2.2, and 2.3. That's the lecture two slide, and then task two is also is 4.1, 4.2, and 4.3. So let's open the 4.1, 4.2, which is about the stakeholders. So stakeholders mean anyone who has any interest in the business is called stake. Okay, so guys, we need to be look around 4.1, 4.1 assessment criteria, and 4.2 and 4.3. So in 4.1, we have to explain, the various stakeholders, like, we have to define what is meant by stakeholders expectations, like we can include supplier, customer, uh, so these, which we can discuss. So let's, we'll open the slide first. I'll show you just 1 minute. I'll show you the slides. Sorry. Okay, guys. So please, so you will see there lecture four slide I shared with you in the chat box, which you can follow. So in your lecture four, you have the 4.1. So please, in lesson four, 4.1. So if you go back to 4.1, and you will see there 4.1 is yes, communicate advice and information in appropriate format of all stakeholders. So please, we can discuss about stakeholders, we can discuss how we can communicate with various stakeholders. So we included this full example there, then note the exemption and made limitation the information provided to the stakeholders, which we can look different ways we can promote and give the information, of course, in shape of returns and things. And 4.3, that's the stakeholders. Please, when you answer these 4.1, 4.2, and 4.3, that will meet the criteria of our task 2 and 4.1, 4.2, and 4.3 that was actually supposed to go through. Any question here, please, if you not get me? So that's you've been given. I'll share with you this guidance document as well. Okay. So that's your task 2. Then we can move to the task 3. Task 3, please, is if you go back to the task 3, you have the client required online material to support the taxation planning, and you're free to choose the format, the material and example you would prepare, the written booklet to guide, set and practice work examples, recorded the presentation. So you can present in, if you want, really, because they're not specified in the PowerPoint slide, you can do in Word document, or if you want to do in PowerPoint slides, which is actually the presentation. More we use PowerPoint slides for the presentation, but as I maybe not clearly indicates, which we can. So I included some examples here for you. And please, what we need to do, go back to this task is based on tax planning, which is 3.1, 3.2, and 3.3. So is the lecture slide 3, which is lesson 3, and that is a merit and distinction criteria. So please, in this one we're discussing about ethics, we're discussing about code of conduct, we're discussing about the penalties and the damages which we have to pay, like the statement late and things. We need to be popular people chat in offices. We discuss professional behavior, professional competency, due care, and these, and please, if you want merit criteria, you've been given here what sort of, the key thing, income, national insurance, capital gain, taxes, inherent taxes. If you're explaining these, and I gave you separate handouts for these as well. So that's, when you, then please little conclusion we can conclude in this, tax planning is illegal. What we need to be make sure we comply with the Finance Act, whichever year, because the Finance Act 2024 and 25, which currently we are using, we need to be follow. So in your, you have explained, tax planning is illegal. You discuss about the ethics are play the key role, and always as a accountant we need to be make sure, true and fair information provide to the stakeholders. So, and please we can include some reference, please. The reference can be ACCA website, which is I gave you and mention you some articles, those we can use. Anyone, any question here, please? Okay, that's the way we need to complete our assignment, and I included some reference, please, which you can see here. Yes, HMRC WW, which we said online material, and which date you access any website. So that should be cross, in text citation, please, which we can include, like, HMRC 2023 for suppose. This is old example, so we can put this wherever we pick in the relevant examples we use within our assignment. When somebody reading and can go to the reference list, so we can create, the reference list like this. It's like you done, a couple of other courses as well, which is exactly the same way we can do the reference. So that's we need to be the way we need to structure our assignment. The cover page, the table of content, as many headings you want, you can. Little introduction. This assignment is about the taxation, and going to discuss about, the various, the scenarios and tax planning and VAT, and then, the stakeholders' interest and the ethics, why important in. And then in this task one, which is about, go back to and look, in task one. So I put it, heading according to assessment criteria 1.1, 1.2. So in this task, we're looking these, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, then merit criteria, which I'll send you the sample assignment to look, and then of course, you can plan, you can explain these, and then that will, your task one will be completed. Task two, go back to task two. Task two is consist of 2.1, 2.2, 3, and that's, open the lecture slide 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, and 4.1, 4.2, 4.3. Maybe you say, why not 3? There's no sense, because that's the way, the set the task is according to assignment brief, which we can. And if you answering these bullet points, apply the text in the given situation in the live, because that's your 2.1, that's your 2.2, that's your 2.3, and communication stakeholders, why important, we can inform through via email stakeholders, and always communication need to be effective according to the expectation. So please, when you do these, you can, and then you can move to the task 3. Task 3, which is about 3.1, 3.2, and 3.3. So it means, more about ethics, tax planning, and the code of conduct. That's, the key is which we need to answer these questions, and we'll meet, and I'll send you 2-3 sample assignments on WhatsApp group. Anyone, any question? We'll keep up to here if you know question. Okay, follow the sample assignment, add the latest examples, look the activity sheets which I send you. You can pick from there, from the book or ACCA article. I'll drop you all the link, on the WhatsApp group. Yes. So just a matter of typing. If any question you like to ask, we can arrange one-to-one. Huh? Thank you, and have a lovely weekend. And I'll drop you everything on the WhatsApp group, and please, just type the word, and the next, complete your subject, and try your best, within 2 weeks we can complete. If you can't complete within 2 weeks, let us know, then we can sign off your unit in the next, moderation. Huh? That's the key. As quickly you submit, then of course, quickly you can complete your qualification. Okay, nice to meet you. Have a lovely weekend, and hope we'll speak you in our other units. And Thank you. Thanks for. Feel free if any question, I can arrange one-to-one as well for the goal. Thank you. Bye bye. Thanks, Kathleen. I'll send you everything on our WhatsApp group as well, sample assignment. Huh? If still any question, feel free to ask. So if maybe you're doing first assignment, if the reference or anything, so we can discuss. Have a lovely weekend and speak to you. Thanks. Bye-bye.